campus of the University at Buffalo Bulls. My name is Ryan Maxwell. Alongside me for your color commentary today, Kristen Carpenter-Stedman. This is a matchup between two MAC opponents. The University at Buffalo Bulls coming off a 1-1 weekend. The Chippewas in Central Michigan also coming off a 1-1 weekend as well. What can you tell us about this matchup?
Hey, both teams have had really tough preseason matches, so don't let the 8-9 overall for CMU fool you, because they're tough and they're going to bring it tonight.
Yeah, the Bulls themselves are 13-3 on the season so far, and they have a 3-1 record in conference play, looking to increase that to 4-1. But this Chippewas team is no pushover. What can you tell us about the Chippewas?
Well, we're going to start with their key player to watch tonight. It's Ellie Maidendorf. She is a powerhouse on the front row. She hit .435 against Toledo last weekend. 35 kills. I mean, that is just, you're not stopping that. She's incredible, and she's going to be really fun to watch tonight.
Well, you talk about Maidendorf being a powerhouse for the Chippewas, but what can you tell us about the powerhouse on the other side of the net for the Bulls?
Well, Trabahaska is going to be the Bulls' go-to player. All night tonight, she is going to pass. She is going to serve. She is going to hit back row, front row. She can do it all, and she's one that's going to take this team and put them on her back and see how far she can carry them.
Well, this is going to be a tough matchup between two MAC opponents. We'll see what happens next here on ESPN+. The Bulls are coached in this one by Coach Smith. What can you tell us about Coach Smith, an individual that you are very familiar with?
Yeah, this is Coach Smith's 5th season as a head coach. He was previously just an assistant coach here, and so he's been in Buffalo for a long time. Loves this area, loves this team, and he's got quite a squad this year.
Well, on the other side of the coin is another individual that you're familiar with as well, as the Chippewas head coach is Mike Golick.
Yeah, Coach Golick and I go way back when I was playing. He was in the Big Ten when I was a player, but he's always had a really scrappy, gritty squad that he coaches. So this is his 8th season as the head coach at CMU. And he was actually the 2019 MAC Coach of the Year.
Well, he has coached them to an 8-9 start, as we mentioned at the top here, but they split with Toledo coming into this one. They dropped the first one 1-3, but they rounded out the weekend with a 3-0 victory. And they're looking to potentially come in here and take one from the Bulls, but it's not going to be easy. The Bulls also coming in off a 1-1 weekend, and that one was against Ohio. You had an opportunity to call that one. What can you tell us about that weekend?
Yeah, so they also split. Last weekend, and it was tough. It was a tough matchup. That Ohio team came in here with no mercy. We were talking about earlier how Ohio came in with a new lineup, and they kind of caught everybody off guard a little bit.
Well, starting us off with the service, it'll be the Chippewas. Devin Bright, the float. And it's passed by Futi, set outside. Trabahaska will start us off with a kill, put it on the outside hand.
I don't think it's surprising that that's our first kill of the game. We said to look for Trabahaska, and here she is.
Not in the least. Well, Maria Futi started us off with the pass, and now she'll be at the service stripe, the toss and serve down the line. It's Bright the pass at right side. Trying to find the deep shot, but that's Wilmer sending it long.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to go high hands on that ball, but just missed the blocker's fingers.
Again, Futi will step back. Bulls off to a quick 2-0 lead. Bright the pass. Ammeraal tries to send it outside. And I'm not sure that the blocker made contact with that one.
Yeah, but let's just be honest. We're gonna have this is the #1 blocking in the MAC right now. So you're gonna see a bunch of blocks from this front row here for the Bulls.
I stand corrected. Looked like Abby Lee did get a hand on it, pressing through the net. Fute's serve again to Bright. Ammeraal sets middle, picked up. And they'll get sent over on the free. Middle set tipped over. Fute will go right side, swung on as Gillis, and she'll find the corner for the kill.
Yeah, this is what Gillis does best. She's got that a nice deep cross-court shot. Great swing from the lefty, smart shot.
Fute again, the server. The float is long, and they'll hand the ball over to the Chippewas. Not after running off 4 balls, though. They got 4-1 lead here. It'll be the libero Gertiza. Set right side, Gillis. The cross-court swing for the kill.
Juliana Lopez now inserting.
Gillis really knows how to just split those defenders right in the middle of there. That cross-court shot. It's her bread and butter right there.
Juliana Lopez will sub in and serve for the Bulls. The pass is Gebhardt. Set middle, and that's a missed connection as Maidendorf unable to get it over the net.
Yeah, Ryan, as former setters, you hate to see that. You hate to see that with your middles because they want to get that connection going early on in this first set.
Another serve for the Bulls. That one is long, and the Chippewas will catch a break.
You know, I would say there's a bit of a draft here, but I think it's just hot, and they're hitting them hard.
Yes, they are. As I do feel a little draft coming as you're saying. It's
There
Trevor
she
Hoskell
is.
get the set on the outside, swung this, touched on the block for the kill.
That was a tough swing. Tough out of system ball. Center gets there. Great high swing. Get the block. Let's see this serve.
Trevor Hoskell.
There she
Hard
is.
top spin. Overpass. Picked
Warming up.
and sent over on the free. That's Lopez. Tipped. Lee right into the block. That's Gebhardt. Or rather, Maidendorf stepping in front.
Yeah, Maidendorf was waiting for it. Was fully loaded. She was ready and just fully committed on the bull setter there.
Maddie Gebhardt. We did the float serve, and that was a bit hard to handle by Fute as that's going to fall out of the reach of Lopez. And once again, it's Gebhardt. Back to serve, the float. That one's into the net. They'll hand the ball right back to the Bulls.
Cornel Guara checking back in. Abby Lee to serve.
All right, we got one of the sisters coming in hot. Let's see if CMU can find her on the back row. Make her pass a little bit. No, just kidding.
Deep flow from Abby Lee. One will sail. That's one of the cardinal sins of volleyball there. You can't miss the serve and follow it up with the missed serve. They hand you the ball, you got to make sure you get it in play and try to get that point. The float serve from Duquesne. Set outside, swung on, but
Oh,
double contact.
All right, so it's going to be like that tonight. You know, it's a hit or miss whether the officials decide if they like a little cleaner of sets. So we'll see. We'll probably see a bunch of those tonight.
Fute had a hard time handling that one on the serve by Duquesne down the line. The ace.
You don't see that a lot with the libero. That's a tough serve right down that line.
We'll see if she can do it again. Deep float again. That locks up Lopez. She's got back-to-back aces.
Ryan, you called that.
Forever
I love seeing the serve just go right across the tape. It's almost barely touching, barely not touching the tape. It's flat and it's hard and it's tough to pass.
This time, Fute able to handle. Back row swing for Trevor Hofska.
You know, it's tough. You see all three Chippewa blockers come off the net. That's something you don't see every day, Ryan. With somebody as tough as Trevor Hofska in the back row hitting that ball, you at least see one blocker up, but all three just bailed.
It'll be Mandy Lee once again back to serve. The serves to Gebhardt. Set outside. Ammeraal finds the hand of Raymond. Doug Gillis with the swing. And that's a kill. The outside by Olin.
Little bang play there. And sometimes you just gotta send it over.
Ammeraal, float serve. And that's a kill through the middle there by Okwara.
Okwara has the top hitting percentage in the MAC right now. She's second in the nation, first in the MAC at 490. We're gonna see a lot of action from her tonight.
That's swung on the outside by Abby Olin, able to get the kill and sneak it through the block.
Devin Bright now serving.
It'll be Devin Bright stepping back to serve for the Chippewas. The jump float, Trevor Hofska with the pass. It's a bit low for Okwara. Tries to find the impossible angle out of the bleachers, unable to do so.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. We got to get that first contact. Let's clean that up there, Bulls.
Again, Devin Bright, the float serve to Futi. Lee goes right side. Gillis tips short. That's picked up nicely by Gertiza and sent over. Gillis again the swing. Ammeraal had to handle that first. Right side, that's Willard, Doug. And Trevor Hofska from the outside is pressed to the floor. Willard steps in front.
That set was a little tight. That was a clean, tough. You're going to see all four hands on that block. All four hands over that net. That is a sealed tight block right there from the Chippewas.
The float from Bright is wide. And it's a side out for the Bulls. Find themselves trailing here mid-set 1 by 1. Chippewas with the 12-11 lead. It's Futi, the float serve to Bright. Ammeraal set outside Gerhardt. And that's a net violation.
Back to Central Michigan. Number 10 serving.
I think they called that on Gillis, the right side.
On Gillis too, yeah.
Gertiza's float serve to Futi. Lee goes middle. And that's the kill through the middle, sister-to-sister connection.
You know, every time they've set the middle, they've had a kill. I wonder if if we'll see a little more of that tonight. There you go. Buffalo hitting a 417 right now compared to CMU's 100.
Well, that's going to increase it right there as Willard pulls this string, able to drop it short for the kill on the right side.
Little sweat break. It is hot in Alumni Arena tonight, Ryan.
It's hot in Amherst, New York. They've been in the 80s all week.
It's not a normal October.
It's a hot box here in Alumni Arena. Forlin with the pass. Trevor Hofska from the outside. Dug by Gertiza. Ammeraal sets the slide. And that's a kill off 1 foot. Maidendorf. And that's going to draw a media timeout here. We'll step aside. You're watching Bulls Volleyball on ESPN+.
And welcome back to Alumni Arena with the Chippewas versus the Bulls in a very hot gym. We've got We have the Chippewas serving it up, first of all.
The float from Willer. Treva Hoska went up with two hands, able to press it off the outside hand of the blocker Willer for the kill.
That's just a smart play by Treva Hoska. She just finds the hands, and in the volleyball world, we call that a tool or using the hands.
After the kill, it's Treva Hoska back in the service strike. Not able to put that one in. She's a very strong server. You'll take a few of those with the aces that she's able to produce.
Yep, high risk, high reward.
The chaos that she causes. Could be Gebhardt stepping back to serve for the Chippewas. The float.
Great serve.
Set slide. Doug in the back row. That's made it, or Brandon rather, sent over on the free. From the outside, it's number 7, Olin, sending it deep. Well, the Bulls will watch it sail.
Treva Hoska was already back there, deep enough. She all she had to do was just watch it, and if it was high enough, it was going to be out of bounds.
It's a set over for Ammeraal. We've been waiting all day for that one.
Oh, that is a sneaky play.
Kate will step back to the service strike. After the sub, the jump float to Futi. Lee set over of her own. That's picked up by Brandon. Set outside Olin.
Great dig by Lopez.
And that's swung on from the outside by Forlin. It didn't look like it made it over the net.
Yeah, the freshman didn't get a lot of lift there, Ryan, but that was a great dig by Lopez.
18-14, the Chippewas extend their lead here to 4. Futi the pass. Lee goes back 1. Aguara.
It just looks easy for her. It just looks so easy. Lee just pops it up where she can grab it and place it wherever she wants. If I was setting her, I'm not gonna lie, I would probably set her every other ball.
She's an efficient hitter. That float serve is deep. Brandon had trouble handling it with her hands, and Olin will send over the free ball. Treva Hoska the first. Lee sets back to Gillis.
Little tight set there. Couldn't do much with it. Let's see what they do with this free ball.
Set back again.
There she
Gillis
is.
down the line for the kill.
She got all of that ball. Great second set by Mandy Lee. Great adjustment, and my goodness, that was, if you blinked, you missed it. Great swing by Gillis.
Bulls pull back to within 2 here, 16-18. Mandy Lee the serve. Tipped, picked up by Lee. Gillis from the right side. Picked up by the libero. Gertiza, and that's off the hands. Nice swing there by Olin.
Again, that's what we call a tool here in the volleyball world. That was a great swing by Olin.
Ammeraal a step back to the strike. The floats to Futi. Mandy Lee set right side. Forlin tried to find the near sideline. It's out of bounds. And that's going to draw a timeout for the Bulls. As Coach Smith will talk things through here, the Bulls find themselves trailing late here in set 1 by 4. They've been having a little bit of trouble kind of generating some of that momentum we always hear about.
Yeah, the series history with Central Michigan and Buffalo, CMU leads 20-8. So the Chippewas coming in here with a little chip on their shoulder, if you don't mind the pun. First meeting in 1998, Buffalo winning the last meeting, going to 5, almost a whole year ago, back in October of 2022. Both coaches are smart, gritty guys that know how to lead 2 very smart squads. You got a really young squad with CMU, and Ryan, I don't know if you know this, but Buffalo has 9 seniors on their team right now.
Yeah, the Bulls bringing back 4 returning starters from last year. It's a squad that's been together for a long time. Not to mention you have a sister-to-sister connection in there. There's a lot built into that Bulls roster. And I have to think that Coach Smith just wanted to calm things down, get them back on track here. Early in this one. Lee goes middle. Okwara able to sneak one through as DeWeese will drag it down with her on the block.
Little low the ball. Okwara just does what she does though and finds a way to get the ball over.
Forlin's jump float to Gebhardt. Olin from the outside, high off the hands. Okwara gets a mid on it. Set right side, Willer into the block. Picked up on a nice cover there by Ammeraal. Willer gets an extra opportunity. Able to put it off the outside hand for the kill.
Smart shot. She didn't have a full approach there. She just kind of had a step close approach. Last two steps, just lining it up and hitting it off of Trabahaska. It was a real smart swing.
Kevin Bright will return. She's the server. Goes middle. Okwara for the kill once again. What did you say earlier? Just keep feeding her the ball.
Every ball. Oh man, what a swing.
Cutting it back near sideline with some authority. Maria Fute's float serve to Bright.
Okwara literally hitting 800 this match right now.
It's Abby Lee through the middle.
Point Bulls.
Fute, the float serve to Bright. Ammeraal will have to bring it back, and Willer will send over a ball to Mandy Lee. Gillis from the right side, touched on the block. That's 4 hands across. Looked like DeWeese got the most of it.
That was a tough swing by Gillis. She was a little off balance. Of course, I don't know what it's like to be a lefty. It seemed a little awkward to me.
Goritza's float serve gave Fute some problems.
That sucker dropped.
Forlin will push one over. Right side swing, Willer touched by Fute, and Forlin able to get underneath it, sent over on the free. See what the Chippewas do with it. Set right side, Willer getting a lot of swings today and doing an impressive job, able to put one high off the hands for the kill.
And that's a great swing by Willer. She just hit it hard, hit it high, knowing that the Bulls have a high, strong block and just tooled it off.
Curtiz's float serve to Fute.
Ooh, tight ball.
And that's going to fall on the Chippewas side. Trabahaska jumped up, didn't have a whole lot to do with it, tried to punch it, but I don't think she made contact. Just fell on the floor.
Anybody touched that ball. As a coach, you just kind of shake your head if that happens to you.
23-20. The Chippewas still with the 3-point lead here late set 1. Middle set. And that's pressed down to the floor as the Lees will combine on the block.
Great commit block by number 5, Abby Lee.
Juliana Lopez once again back to serve for the Bulls. Gebhardt the pass. Set right side. Willer will spin another one off the outside hand for the kill.
Man, Willer's having a night.
That's going to draw another timeout here for the Bulls as it's set point for Central Michigan, 24-21. Trying to hold on to things here late in this one.
Willer has 4 kills right now, hitting 375. They're definitely feeding their right side Willer a lot more.
Yeah, Central Michigan was getting a lot of production out of Christina Casson earlier in the season on the right side. It looks like their offense is built to kind of press it to the pins just to begin. That right side swing seems to be an important piece of this offense. And Willer is doing an impressive job over there as well.
Also, it's really nice. We have 2 setters here that are really offensive. They're aggressive. They block. They dunk. They attack. They set over. We've even seen a set over tonight. So I love watching both Lee and Ammeraal do their thing from all aspects of the court. It's been a fun match so far watching those two setters play against each other.
Yeah, both sides kind of spreading around as well, getting a lot of different hitters involved early in this one. Set point for the Chippewas. Willer the float. Cutie the pass. Lopez will handle the second. High off the hands by Trevahovska. Ammeraal goes slide. Picked up off the swing by Maidendorf. Forlan from the back row. She'll get the kill.
I'm pretty sure that's Forlan's first kill of the night. The freshman from Brazil has been a little quiet this set.
Hard not to recognize though that big frame coming from the back row.
Man.
No block. Ammeraal sets the slide. That's Maidendorf. Wow. And that's going to do it. She's able to transition off that 1 foot approach behind and get the kill as it trickles along the tape and finishes off here in set one. We'll step aside during the break. You're watching UV Bulls Volleyball on ESPN Plus. Come back here to Alumni Arena, the campus of the University of Buffalo. The Bulls find themselves dropping the first one to the Chippewas.
You wouldn't see it. You wouldn't believe it with the hitting percentage. Courtney O'Kara has been going off tonight. Actually, both middles for the Bulls. Together, they're hitting. Abby Lee and Courtney O'Kara are hitting over 600 for the night so far. It's unbelievable.
Well, the Chippewas as a team hitting 250, which is impressive itself. That's a steady production from a team. And, the Bulls themselves have been impressive all season. They're first in the MAC in terms of hitting percentage. As you can see, though, it doesn't mean everything. I think what we see in this set is really going to be Okuara getting a steady dose of balls early, see if they can maximize her efficiency through the middle.
Yeah, there you see it. Buffalo versus CMU with the hitting percentage. CMU hitting 250, Buffalo 312. This is a really high offensive match right now. Not a lot of errors. I think most of the errors are coming from the service line, if I'm being honest. And with a match as close as it was in that first set, you can't afford to have service errors like that.
Well, Forlan will start us off. We serve for the Bulls. Ammeraal goes outside to start it, and Gebhardt with the kill.
I don't know if you saw Ammeraal really she pumped her arms like she was jumping really high, and then she ended up setting it. She almost faked out O'Kara a little bit, and the outside was one-on-one.
Gertiza, float serve to Forlan down the line. Lee goes, Bill O'Kara.
It's amazing what you can do with a pass. And again, O'Kara's, she has no errors. She's got 6 kills on 7 attempts, hitting over 800. Feed the beast.
Cutie's deep float serve is long as Bright followed it all the way to the end line. Just what you want to see from your defensive specialist.
And not what you want to see from your libero if you're the Bulls.
Willer will step back to serve. Cutie the pass, puts it on the money to Lee. Gillis, cross-court swing, gets the kill.
That was right in between the block and the play, Brian. This great lefty swing. Oh, it looked like Maidendorf was just a little bit late getting out there. So she got a big old hole right in the middle of the block. Great cross-court swing by Gillis.
Juliana Lopez. The toss and flow, Bright the pass. Ammeraal will turn it, swing with a left.
Now we're talking. Love to see that. I love seeing an aggressive setter at the net. It was a perfect pass by Bright, and Ammeraal just turns and crushes it.
Ammeraal is a weapon. as the setter. She's got 108 kills as a setter on the season.
And Trabahaska, there she is. She was a little quiet at the end of that first set. It looks like she's warming back up. Let's see what kind of serve she has tonight.
Knotted up at 3 apiece. Trabahaska. Gebhardt the pass. Set outside. Olin unable to get there as that one looked like it got pushed just a little too far for her.
Yeah, a little far, a little tight. Not a good recipe for a ball that you want to hit, Ryan.
Trabahaska again back to serve.
There she is.
That's pushed tight to the net. And that's Ammeraal winning the joust against the freshman Forlin.
You know, you're not going to win those. The setter, I'm just saying, as a veteran setter blocker, she's going to win those most of the time.
It's the Lee-to-Lee connection once again picked up. Swung on by Olin, Doug. And Lopez will send over the free. That's through the middle once again on the back one. Another free ball here for the Chippewas. Tipped over. That's Feudy to dig. Lee back row swing. Trabahaska's dug by Gebhardt in the 6th. Sent over on the free. We'll see what the Bulls do with it. Knotted up at 4 apiece here. That's Abby Lee. Again dug by Gebhardt. Short set over. And Trabahaska will miss. That one's long.
But that is some power coming from the back row. Trabahaska just has an incredible arm. And missing by inches.
Duquette with the float serve. Mandy Lee pushes outside Forlin. Duquette to dig. Ammeraal outside Olin. Tips deep, and Trabahaska tried to get it with the right, unable to scoop it out of the corner.
What a spot selection by Olin. Just, set was a bit off. She was a little awkward with her steps and just pushes it to an empty spot.
Duquette, the float serve this time into the net. Little side out.
Let's see if Buffalo can get a little momentum going their way with Lee going back to serve and Okara coming back in.
Yeah, they needed Okwara coming back through the front row. Jumpstart this offense. Lee to float. That's passed by Brandon, set outside Olin down the line. Looked like Mandy Lee kind of took a step in, gave her the line, and she's able to capitalize.
Yeah, she just gave her enough for a ball to go through. I'm sure her sister appreciates that down the line.
Ammeraal will trickle one over the tape. Feudy the pass. Set outside. Forlin able to extend it off the outside hand of Willer for the kill.
That's a good pop on Forlin. She's had a little bit of a slow start, and that was a great, strong tool by Forlin.
Mandy Lee. The jump float. That one is short into the net. That one's tough to swallow. You get back to within 1 here. In a set you'd like to see go your way.
Yeah, you can't have that happen. Just shoots the momentum. There's Forlin though. There she is. The freshman. That's what the Bulls have been missing, man.
Using all of that 6'2" frame on the right side.
And hitting that at the setter. Setters traditionally aren't known for their defense, so you want to maybe pop on there. Ooh.
That's tipped by Willer, and it's pushed off the outside hand of
Yeah,
Trabahaska.
it looked like it did touch her.
She tried to sell it. No, not protesting anymore.
No, she's not. A little too obvious that it touched her.
Urtiza, again back to serve. That's Feudy the pass. Mandy Lee back to Gillis, and that's pressed down to the floor. Gebhardt.
Right, the moment that ball went off the net, the two blockers from the Chippewas just went behind and committed on Gillis. She was...
Trebahowska able to spin that one off the hands of Willer for the kill.
It's like a little ping pong match here. We haven't had a good long rally in a while.
It'll be Maria Fucci. The libero for the Bulls back to serve. The floats to Bright. Ammeraal will push it outside Gebhardt, and that one is just wide off the far sideline.
Oh man, that was a great pass, a great set, and just a tough miss.
Yeah, Ammeraal forces the block to honor that front row attack from the setter on 2. And mixes up the block. But this time it's Abby Lee stepping in front.
Yeah. We'll see this again. Abby Lee just commits and just grabs that ball. Maidendorf didn't really have anywhere to go.
That'll knot it up at 10 apiece as the float serve from Fucci is long. And once again, missed serve will kind of kill some of that momentum built up by the Bulls.
Oh man, you saw Coach Smith over at the Bulls just throw his hands up. Come on.
Forland the pass. Mamie Leah to handle the second with her forearms. Hard-driven ball by Trebahowska. She'll get a second opportunity and capitalize on the near sideline.
That was a great dig by Bright, but you gotta keep it on your side. You don't want Trebahowska to just try to take your head off there. Man, she's got a tough swing.
You don't want her to have one opportunity, but to give her 2 at the same point is ridiculous.
All right, out of system here, we'll see.
Lopez will scoop. Abby Lee looked like she tried to get just a little too cute there and put it to the near sideline close to the net.
Yeah, you just want to manage that ball. If it's not where you want it, that's unfortunate for the Bulls there.
It'll be Maddie Gebhardt stepping back to serve. For the Chippewas, it's Forland the pass. Lopez will have to handle the second, and this will result in a free ball. Ammeraal sets back 1, and that's Maidendorf.
That's Maidendorf. We were looking for her. In the beginning of tonight, we were like, this is a key. Maidendorf, watch her, and she's been a little quiet. But she's finally hitting positive now.
The set will go outside. Trebahowska spun it off the hands initially of Kurtiza, but she was unable to get underneath and pop it up in the air.
That was more of she just hit Kurtiza. It wasn't that's a fastball. It comes off so hot on her hands.
Floats to Gebhardt. Set slide. Maidendorf will tip one over. Forland. That's Kurtiza with the dig. Olin from the outside. Down the line, that's Lopez. Set back row. Trebahowska spins one to the middle of the floor. Scooped by Brandon, sent over on the free. It's Trebahowska the first. Set outside Forland. Kurtiza again the dig. Olin, and this one is long. Looks like actually we'll have a touch call.
We'll see a touch.
That's the near side line judge.
I was waiting for a long rally. That was it. Great digs, both sides. Barely touched. Looked like Abby Lee got some hands on that.
Trebahowska will set one up for Forland, who spins one deep. Gebhardt the touch. And Abby Lee will step in front of the center dump. She read Ammeraal, and she tried to go behind herself. Not today.
Nope. And here we go. We've got Okwara back in. Abby Lee serving.
The jump float. Line drive to Brandon. Ammeraal pushes outside. Olin just have to send it short. Okwara through the middle. Kurtiza with a nice chicken wing. And Forland tried to set over.
media timeout.
And that's going to end up in the net. We'll step aside here during the break. You're watching ESPN Plus. Welcome back here to Alumni Arena. The Bulls find themselves down 2 here, mid-set number 2. They're trailing the match 1-0 to the Central Michigan University Chippewas.
We've had a pretty back and forth match. I mean, it's 15-13. There's still a lot of game to play.
Out of the timeouts, Ammeraal's float serve to Lopez. Forlan with a hard-driven ball in the corner to get us out of that timeout. Get a side out.
Well, that was a great swing by the freshman. And Mandy Lee with creating a one-on-one opportunity for Forlan. She got one of the blockers to jump with her, and Forlan just had one block, and that was a great swing by the freshman.
Ammeraal set outside Olin, and she's got a kill of her own.
Is that over the top? Oh, man. What a swing.
Nice connection there. As Ammeraal, again, she's a threat in the set, but didn't matter on that one. It looked like the hit was over the hands.
That was a great swing.
Bright will sub in and serve, but that serve will sail along. Bulls back to within 1. Manuela Forlan, the freshman from Brazil, stepped back to serve. It's Ammeraal outside, Gebhardt cross court for the kill.
That's a fastball coming out of Ammeraal's hands. Great tempo, and right just splitting between Gillis and Okara there.
Ellie Gurchiza the serve. Trebahovska right into the hands of Willer.
I don't know if you guys saw it on your screen there, but we've had a lot of service errors here. Both squads here, the Bulls and the Chippewas, are having a hard time really getting a rhythm and getting a momentum behind the service line here.
Mills set to Okwara. Tip to Gurchiza near sideline. Doug Willer spins one off of Trebahovska again for the kill. Willer's got herself a 6th kill of the night.
That was just, I think Trebahovska was just a little late on the block. She did what she could, but she just didn't finish. She was just a little late.
Yeah, you brought up the service errors in this one, and really that has been the difference. I mean, we find ourselves down 4 here. The Bulls had 4 service errors to wind up set number 1. They lost the set by about 4 points, if I'm not mistaken. And in this one, they're down 4 right now, and they've got 3 service errors, no service aces. It's different when you have the ability to capitalize on that serve for an ace, and the Trebahovskas of the world know that very well, but she doesn't have one here, and neither do the Bulls.
Yeah, and you have CMU's got 4 service errors, but they also have 4 service aces, and that's kind of the 1-to-1. That's not bad. 2-to-1. That's what you really want as a coach playing at this level. But to have no aces and 7 errors. That's tough for the Bulls right now. I'm sure Coach Smith is telling his squad, like, come on, girls, let's get it together. We got a substitution here. Gillis is out.
Gulligley coming in to swing on the right side. Mandy Lee goes middle. Okwara, a hard-driven ball to the near sideline with that wrist away.
Great shot by Okwara. Just feed the beast. That's what I'm saying.
She's got a gigantic hitting window. She can cut it to the far sideline. That time she pushes it to the near sideline. Ammeraal will put it outside. Gebhardt, and that one is long.
Again, that ball coming off of Ammeraal's hands is a quick tempo set to the outside. And I think Gebhardt just was a little late and just got a little under it.
Feudy will step back to serve. Floats to Bright. Ammeraal sets right side. Willer able to beat the Bulls' block. Trebohovska didn't quite look like she pressed through.
No, we have a great view of the middle of the net, and we didn't see her hands over to the other side.
Set right side. Goligly. It'll be Gebhardt tipping over short. Mandy Lee the dig. Rolled short. Willer able to scoop. Gebhardt will drop that one just inside the 10-foot line and out of the reach of Mandy Lee.
That's smart, right over the block. That's a tough ball to dig.
Willer, jump float, and that one is long, but it was closer than Feudy thought it was.
That was really close.
Lopez in serving. Brandon in for the Chippewas.
Juliana Lopez will sub in and serve. Bulls trailing by 3, 21-18. The floats to Bright. Ammeraal turns and swings. A nice dig by Lopez in the 1. Trebohovska puts it to the 5-6 seam for the kill.
And how about the freshman with the set, with the assist from the back row? It's nice when you have players who can do all the skills all the way around.
Lopez floats serve to Brandon, makes a decision. Gebhardt, the swing down the line. Lopez the dig. Trebohovska trying to cut it 4-4 and does so.
Okay, we're seeing Buffalo get a little bit of momentum, and enough for Coach Golick to call a timeout with the Chippewas.
And that'll bring the timeout here as the Chippewas will talk things through. Their lead has been cut to 1 here. 21-20.
Trebohovska, that was a great last swing by her. She's got 11 kills in the night, hitting 400. She's hit back row. She's hit front row. She's also second in the MAC with service aces. She hasn't had any service aces tonight. We're still waiting for that.
She's also 7th in the NCAA with aces per set. I mean, that's impressive for anyone.
33 service aces on the season right now. That's going for a fantastic year. She's on the trajectory to have a punch more. Well, hopefully we'll see some more tonight.
That's what the Bulls need. I mean, we've talked about it. The separation of these two teams seems largely consistent with the missed serves for the Bulls and the lack of aces in that stat column. But players like that, this is the type of team that can turn that around pretty quick. We'll see what happens. She's the next server. Right now it's Juliana Lopez with the float serve coming out of the timeout.
First ace. Let's go, Buffalo. What a great, oh man, that just right when it crossed the plane of the net, it just dropped, and that is a really tough serve to pass.
Right on schedule as we're talking about the service aces. The slide ball, Maidendorf. Lopez, the dig, and Trebohovska just punches it over. Maidendorf again.
Lopez with the dig.
Trebohovska.
There it is. Whatever that timeout was, that's exactly what the Bulls needed to hear from Coach Smith. What a great high swing. Nobody home in that back right corner.
Bulls able to take the 1-point lead, making a 2-point lead as their 2 service aces on the match happened during this service run.
I don't know if you guys saw the Buffalo bench, whatever ace cheer that they were doing, that was fantastic. You gotta have a team that knows how to have fun, because this is what it's all about. Volleyball is so fun to play, to watch. It is one of those sports where there's always something happening, and having a squad that can celebrate you. Oh man, you got your sisters in the back. You know, I got your back. I love that. It was a great serve by Lopez.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it a lot, and it gets thrown around a lot. But momentum swings are huge in the game of volleyball. And it's one of those things because, frankly, the rally scoring, like you can build a lot of momentum and have it cut out from under you very quick, go the other direction. But hey, team camaraderie, that's huge. When you're hearing the cheers from your squad, it fuels that fire.
It really does.
23-21, Lopez coming out of the timeout, right the pass. Set outside Gebhardt, and that's a kill. That's what the Chippewas needed, and she's able to put it in her 5-16.
And it looked like it just went right in between the block again. It looked like there's a little miscommunication with the sisters in that front row. They weren't fully closed there.
Maddie Gebhardt, the float. Feudy unable to handle it, and just like that, once again, that momentum in the service strike will change a match in a heartbeat. 23-23, here's set 2.
Again, the bench for the Chippewas, they just went nuts. It is such a game of momentum and such a game of those high emotional swings. As a former coach, I would be fully emotionally exhausted after matches just because you have those highs, you have those lows, and here we are, we've got a tie game. It's 23-23. But the last couple points is exactly what Central Michigan needed. It's starting with a really tough serve. And we see Gebhardt with a high swing right to that corner. Then she serves. Boom. Just another ace. That's CMU's 5th ace of the night.
Yeah, back-to-back points by Maddie Gebhardt. She'll step back to the service stripe coming out of the timeout. You have to imagine that Coach Smith just wanted to bring the Bulls back to earth.
Refocus.
That's all it takes sometimes is a late timeout. One pass.
Tie ball game.
Gebhardt. The float serves to Feudy, who puts it right on the money. The slide ball, and that's the Lita connection. One more time.
There's obviously trust because they're sisters. But to have your sister get your team to game point, like that's what you really want. That's what you want in your squad.
An overpass, and that's won by Abby Lee.
I want to take it back. Abby Lee getting that block on Ammeraal. That was what an exciting end to the set.
That's a great way to close it out, pushing it through the net. Bright will start us off for the Chippewas with the serve. Maddie Lee sets her sister behind off 1 foot. She'll start us off with the kill and the slide.
I thought Bright was actually going to run that down and grab that. It was just a tough deflection from Ammeraal there.
Yeah, you saw her interview during the intermission, and right on cue, there she is making a big contribution to this team. She'll step back to serve as well. Gebhardt with the pass. Willer swung on. Trebahovsky with the dig. She'll get a swing from the back row. Pulls the string, but Ammeraal able to pick it up. Lopez will have to handle the second. That's Forlan high off the hands. Ammeraal with the first. And Gebhardt swing into the belly of the net.
Yeah, that just wasn't a very smart shot. Sets like that, you just got to manage it. Just get it over. You're not going to have a good feet. You're not going to have a full swing. So just get it over and let the Bulls take care of it. But that was unfortunate for Gebhardt there.
Set right side. Willer with a nice swing there. That's a smart play as the defense had crashed up. She found the end line.
Yeah, great deep shot. That was super smart. That was almost like a little beach shot over the top of the defenders there.
Gertiza, the libero for the Chippewas, with the float serve, and that's going to cause some problems for Feudy.
I That's the Chippewa's 6th ace of the night.
We'll knot it up at 2 apiece. As we clean up a wet spot. I'm actually shocked that that has not been happening the whole match.
It is a hot gym tonight.
Gertiza's float serve is another ace.
You don't see it often where you got libero picking on the other libero here. Oh, and they're moving Feudy out of the service lineup.
Yeah, not what you'd like to see, but she is struggling on the service reception line. Won't matter as Gertiza serves into the net.
Emma Gillis in the game. Mandy Lee serving.
Yeah, on the service reception line, you know, when you're in that position, it's you get in your head sometimes, and it's something that you just need to pull out and refocus. Ammeraal set right side. Willer cross court. Mandy Lee, the dig sent over on the free. Be bright with the pass. Ammeraal right side. Willer to the corner.
Willer, that's her 9th kill of the night. She's hitting over 500. She has been such a contributing factor here for the Chippewas tonight.
Linnea Willer steps back to serve to Trebehovska. She'll get the set in the back row. Spins it off the tape out of bounds.
Point Central Michigan.
Yeah, the Bulls need to just kind of refocus here, take a breath, and get back into a rhythm.
Willer, the float serve to Feudy. Forlin will spin one off the hands. Ammeraal had to handle it first. Gertiza goes outside. That's Laura getting all of it.
Yep, she did. All of those hands over the net, sealing that. I mean, that is picture perfect what you want your block to look like. There was no way that ball was going to make it over that net.
Forlin getting the serve. The floats to Brandon. Slide ball. Maiden-Dorf. And she's got the swing. It looked like it might have made contact with the blocker's head.
Yeah, it looked like it was a forehead there. Great swing by Maiden-Dorf. She's had a little bit of a slow start, but she's here and there. She's getting it done. It's not like last week against Toledo, but she's still contributing here.
The float serve from Gebhardt will sail long, and the Bulls will side out here. Back to within 1. Chippewas with the lead, 6-5. Maria Feudy's serve. Ammeraal calls her own number on 2, picked up. And that's pressed to the floor. That's Maiden-Dorf.
That was a tough set. It was a little, it was fast. And I don't think Abby Lee had enough time to really place the ball, and she just saw 2 hands of Maiden-Dorf right in front of her.
Mandy Lee will push it outside. Will spin it off the blocker's hands and find the floor.
And that's her 13th kill of the night. Hitting 360. Trebehovska is going off.
The Juliana Lopez subbing in and serving for the Bulls again. Still trailing by 1 here, 7-6. Gertiza, the pass, that's just on the clock. As Ammeraal called her own number.
Yeah, Abby Lee was all over that. That was a great pass too by Gebhardt. It's tough when you want to go and turn and hit that ball. Sometimes you can't see all of that whole. Oh man, what a great read by that middle blocker in the front row there.
Yeah, it's a distinct advantage to have a lefty as the center because they can turn and hit it as opposed to just press it with the left hand. That one, it looked like she sold it a little too early.
So hot. When you have a hitter like that going off, you know what? You just keep feeding her. Keep feeding her until they stop her.
Lopez again to serve. Gertiza the pass. Ammeraal. Tight set to Olin, and she'll spin one high off the hands on a bounce. That's a smart swing and a tight set.
Really smart swing, just to be able to control that ball and swipe off the hands of the setter, Mandy Lee. That was great vision from Olin there.
Ammeraal's float serve to Fute. Outside, Trebahovska tipped short, and that's going to fall to the floor. Just like
Ammeraal tried to hit it, but no, just squeaked by. What a great shot. She's just a couple inches off.
Just out of the reach. That's Trebahovska doing something smart there. She just ripped the ball down the line for her 14th kill. For her 15th kill, she just kind of dunked it right over top.
Yeah, that's what a smart shot. And we'll see what kind of serve she's got for us in this third set here.
It's not like Ammeraal can leap line. She's got to stand there on defense. It's a very difficult. She almost got there, which is an impressive feat in of itself. That serve is an ace for Trebahovska.
And it wasn't your normal jump spin serve, but man, that was low, tight to the net. You don't have a lot of time to react to that, and it definitely caught the Chippewas off guard.
The jump float again. Olin the pass. Ammeraal outside Olin. Down the line. That's a nice stick with the hands by Lopez. Swung on from the outside. That's Cologne. Fute will set it outside. Cologne goes deep. Gebhardt with the dig. Olin from the outside. Puts it through the hands for the kill.
That was actually that last set by Ammeraal. It was a little off the net. Kind of caught Olin off guard. She couldn't have a full swing, which she didn't need a full swing to get that kill, but it was almost a misconnection there.
Bright, the float serve. Cologne, the pass, and that's not going to find Abby Lee.
That's a tough ball. You know, especially with the middles that Buffalo has on this squad. You know, you can just usually just throw it up and let them take care of it, but that one was a little awkward for the sister to get to it.
Picked up on a cover by the Bulls, but not this time, as the block from the Chippewas will step in front. It's DeWeese.
Yeah, Fute just a little late to get to that ball.
So float from Bright this time is into the net. And then we'll knot it up at 11 once again.
Abby Lee serving.
It'll be Abby Lee stepping back to serve for the Bulls.
Which means Okwara is back to the front row.
The float. Gertiza the pass at right side. Willard tips short. Lopez able to get underneath it tight. Cologne able to press it through, but it's scooped by Luis. Gebhardt. Cross court. Lopez was digging a 5. Back row swing.
Everybody's on their feet here. Great up by Lopez. Tough ball by Cologne. Keep it on. Oh my gosh, what a great rally all the way around from Buffalo.
The serve from Abby Lee is long. They'll get the ball right back to the Chippewas. That's tough to swallow.
And I was saying, you got your highs, you got your lows, and that hurts your heart. You got both squads right now have 8 service errors. That is not what you want just going into 3 sets here.
Set outside, Cologne right into the block. That's Nathan Norm.
That's a tough pass to attack ball by Cologne there. Great block setup.
Lee outside, Cologne right back into the block. Picked up on a cover. She'll get another opportunity high off the hands. Gertiza able to scoop in the 6. And Willard with a drive to the corner. Too high to handle for Trebahovska.
Yeah, Willard leads the Chippewa in kills right now. So that's her 10th kill of the night. She's doing a great job on that right side for CMU tonight.
Urtiz's float serve to Lopez. Mandy Lee, back row swing. Iverson-Ammeraal able to get their hands on it in the one. Nice pickup, but they'll get the free ball to the Bulls. Okwara trying to cut it to the near
Just a
sideline.
little too much. That's what the Bulls want. They want to feed their middle blockers.
It's
So
going to
just
draw
a
us to a break here, and the Bulls trail by 3. Will step aside. You're watching Bulls volleyball on ESPN Plus. Welcome back inside Alumni Arena on the campus of the University of Buffalo. The Bulls find themselves trailing in set 3 here, 15-12 to Central Michigan. Urtiza will be the server coming out of the break. Back row swing, Trebahovska. Urtiza, a nice scoop. Willer will spin one off the hands. Feudy with a dig. Cologne down the line, and Okwara will handle the overpass for the kill.
That is amazing digs. Both liberos here just, oh man, Okara just dominating the net right now.
That's one of those mood-swinging
Oh yeah.
swings.
Hitting 545 right now, Courtney Okara.
Deep by Willer, that's an overpass and mishandled. That's unfortunate as Maidendorf just mistimed that one.
Yeah. When you have those opportunities, you can't afford that. You got to capitalize.
The Bulls catch a break there as Mandy Lee will step back to serve. Gebhardt the pass at right side. Willer from the 10-foot line tried to cut it short. Mandy Lee with the scoop. Feudy, right side. Gillis right into the block.
Gillis has been pretty quiet tonight. She only has 4 kills in the night. That's been a key player for the Bulls this season, and for her to have kind of a soft, quiet night is not exactly what you want as a coach.
Gillis will handle the first. Mandy Lee to Okwara. Nice picked up there by Urtiza. Set outside. Cologne spins one through the block. Willer will scoop. Ammeraal goes outside. Gebhardt had it hit off the side of her hand. Tried to cut it short.
Yeah, just a little too much. And just got a little mishit for Gebhardt there.
Yeah, she was looking to go 4-4. She had just kind of a little too much wrist away action. Left it on her own side.
Yeah.
Cologne. The serve to Bright. Overpass. Okwara gets a second opportunity at it, but that's picked up by Ammeraal and sent over on the free. Mandy Lee had to handle the first. Trebahovska with a hard-driven ball. Urtiza with the scoop and sent over on the free. Mandy Lee middle again. Okwara. That's Brandon with the scoop. Again, the free ball for the Bulls.
Third time's a charm.
Gillis with the swing into the block. And that's a big-time point there for the Chippewas. Gebhardt able to cause enough chaos with the point.
What a great defensive effort from the Chippewas. You had everybody getting a dig on that side. They just kept giving, and it's that was a great effort by Central Michigan.
Trebahovska will tip over. Brandon with the scoop. Sent over. The Bulls will get an upper opportunity. Gillis. Gebhardt the dig in the 6. Olin from the outside. Touched on the block and covered. She'll get another opportunity. Tip short. Trebahovska with the first. Set right side. Gillis, and that's long.
That's it long. Point Central Michigan.
You know, Mandy Lee's giving all of her hitters opportunities here. She's really moving the ball around, and she's having a hard time finding somebody who can capitalize on a point here.
Goligly will return for the Bulls to swing right side. That serve from Gebhardt is long, and that's a break for the Bulls.
Definite break for the Bulls. That's what they needed. Let's see if Feudy can get a couple points here.
Maria Feudy. Libero for the Bulls steps back to serve. She's had quite a few service errors today, but this one's in. Ammeraal.
Tight ball.
It's tipped over by Olin. Trevor Hofska from the high hands, and that's out of the reach of Gebhardt.
That was a great touch on the block by the Bulls. Popped it up nice and easy. And even with a great block setup from the Chippewas, Trevor Hofska has just got a hot hand tonight. That's her 17th kill.
Fury's float serve to Gebhardt. Set slide. Maidendorf. That's Cologne able to range from the 6. Swung on by Trevor Hofska, dunked by Gertiza. Olin. That's a nice dig by Fury coming from the 5. Hard-driven ball. Gertiza, another dig. The joust is won by Maidendorf. The Bulls will get another opportunity. Cross-court swing, Trevor Hofska, that's wide. As I see you're making a face on the...
That ball that Olin set over, I didn't know it was going to get over. And she was lucky that the Bulls touched it first, because if her middle would have gotten it, it would have been a 4 contact situation, and that would have been point Buffalo. But ooh, we got some scrappy volleyball going on here.
Duquette will sub it and serve. Swung on, that's Golligly, and he'll find an inner sideline right where the Bulls need it.
That's a great set. Mandy Lee was all the way across the court. We call that reversing the flow, where the balls go in one direction and she takes it and chucks it back the opposite direction, and usually has a one-on-one blocking opportunity, which she had that last play.
Gertiza's pass is on the money. That's Olin with the snap, dug by Fury. That's Mandy Lee with the swing. Brandon puts it a little tight. Tried to press it through as Ammeraal, but it's tucked down, picked up, sent over. Cologne from the back row. That's Gertiza with the dig and sent over again for the free ball. Let's see if the Bulls are able to capitalize. That's Abby Lee off one foot.
When talking to Coach Smith earlier today, that's what they wanted to get going tonight. They wanted the slides, the sister-sister combo behind the setter. That's what he wanted to see a lot of tonight.
Lopez, float serve to Gertiza. Olin on a tight ball, swung into the block. Gertiza to cover.
Another tight
one. That's pressed to the floor this time as the lead forehand combination down the floor.
Yeah, Ammeraal just got a little too square. Her finish was way too tight as a center. You can't go that tight, or your hitters aren't going to have a chance. So Ammeral's gotta get her feet going a little bit.
Yeah, that's going to draw a timeout here for the Chippewas. And Coach Golick talking things through here late. They had the Bulls on the ropes, but the Bulls coming on late here for a late lead 2019.
We haven't seen a lot of blocks tonight, but when they have had blocks, it has been statement blocks. We just saw the stat of 5v4 with blocks, Chippewas and Bulls here. I'm surprised we're not seeing more blocks here, especially, Buffalo had 11 blocks against Ohio last weekend, just one set, in one game last weekend. So total blocks, we got CMU leading Buffalo 10-9. I wouldn't be surprised as the sets get a little longer and the plays start getting a little longer, people get a little tired, we don't see a little more blocking going on.
Yeah, it's not shocking, by the way, that Abby Lee was involved in that last one. She's second in total blocks in the MAC, and she's first in blocks per set, the 109 blocks per set. Teaming up with her sister on that last one just to press not only the first one back to a cover, but the second one down to the floor big time. But Olin will come out of the timeout, spin one through the block for the kill, keep the Chippewas alive.
The Chippewas now have two girls right now with double-digit kills. Olin and Willer just have 10 kills apiece.
Sent over by Mandy Lee. Called her shot. We saw the set over early on by Ammeraal. and Mandy Lee just kind of saved it. Right to the opportunistic point here late in set 3.
Yeah, especially with Trabahoska in the back row right now. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a couple more shots by Mandy Lee there, just to be another weapon on the front row and to make CMU kind of think about where they're going to block next.
Katrine Trabahoska step back to serve for the Bulls here, 21-20. Floats down the line, and an ace for Trabahoska.
That's number 4 for Buffalo tonight. And it's not surprising that half of those aces have been from Trabahoska.
Another jump flow. Now it's skinned the net, and it's out of bounds off the near sideline.
That was close.
I think the Chippewas lucked out on that one because that corner was open.
Really close, yeah.
Devin Bright will return for the Chippewas. She serves to Feudy in the 6th. Set back row. Trabahoska.
Again, you have an open net like that and a hitter like Trabahoska. I mean, that's just, to be blunt, that's just too easy. That's an easy kill for Trabahoska there.
Abby Lee will step back to the service strike. Hands pushed to the floor. Cologne. Give the Bulls. Yep, she'll give the Bulls set point here. And the Chippewas will talk things through here with a timeout. 24-21. Yeah, that was, you know, we talked so much about the serving at the beginning of this one. And, you know, the Bulls, most of this set 3, they've been able to improve some of that. They've had an opportunity to get a couple aces to close out set 3. They've had a couple aces here or close set 2 rather. And they've come into set 3. They've had 2 more aces. They've limited their service errors as well.
Yeah, they're looking a little more confident out there, if I'm being honest. It was Trabahoska on that back line, whether she's spin, jump serving, or this float that she's got, it's lethal. She's got a great serve, and we'll see now Abby Lee in the back line here, see if she can close things out for the Bulls.
The back row hands for the Chippewas. Abby Lee the flow. Set right side, Willer, and that'll keep some life for the Chippewas. Not shocking that they went to Willer. That's her 11th kill.
Yeah, between Olin and Willer, again, they're your double-digit kill leaders right now for CMU. I wouldn't be surprised if it went again to her.
Your tees up, the float serve to Feudy. Trabahoska from the back row, jump by Bright. Ammeraal just kind of put it up. They'll get the free ball for the Bulls. Okwara with the wide set.
What a great swing there, Okwara.
Wonderful swing and the wonderful run there. The Bulls able to close this one out and take it. They lead the match 2-1 as we head into set number 4. We'll step aside. Ammeraal will sit outside tight for Olin. Had to tip over with her left, but we'll have a net violation. We haven't seen too many nets, but that's Mandy Lee.
It's been pretty clean. That was a really tight set by Ammeraal. But going again to one of her hitters that's got over 10 kills. That's where you're going to find the sets for this set, definitely.
That ball's tight for Mandy Lee. She had to get it with one hand. 4 contacts will be the call.
And really what you're focusing on right now is your first contact. The serve, receive, touch, this pass. You want it to be good so that your setter can run your offense.
Maidendorf's serve to Feudy. Abby Lee will spin one off the block. Ammeraal able to get the hands on it. She'll get a swing on the right side, and that's blocked. Cologne will step in front.
You know, as a setter, when you get to swing, you swing as hard as you can. So it doesn't surprise me that that ball went fast off of Ammeraal's hands, but it got fast back down in her face.
Abby Lee. The float. Gebhardt pass in the 6. Set outside Olin. Cuts it cross court. It's Treva Hoska from the back row once again.
Yeah, we actually did see Brooklyn Connor kind of half jump a little bit at that ball, but Treva Hoska just great vision of the court, great swing.
Brandon with the pass. Set outside Olin. Put it off the right arm of Mandy Lee for the kill.
Yeah, it looked like Okara just didn't get closed all the way. Top of the, just split that block there. That was a great swing by Olin.
Ammeraal's float serve, UT. Back row swing, Treva Hoska.
That set was a little low. But again, Treva Hoska being the veteran player that she is, needs to manage that ball and be a little smarter.
The Chippewas with a 2-point lead here. Early set number 4. Mandy Lee able to scoop it out of the net. Sent over on the free. Ammeraal back to Willer. Spins it off the hands for the kill.
That's number 12 for Willer. She's been on fire tonight. Hitting over 500.
Float from Ammeraal will cause some problems for Lopez.
That'll be the 8th ace of the night for the Chippewas, and that's really been a difference maker. And Central Michigan is second in the MAC as service aces at 1.87 per set. We're seeing that here. The Chippewas are a tough serving team.
Well, the Bulls able to handle that one. Give it to Okwara, who sneaks it through the block for her 9th kill. Mandy Lee will step back to serve for the Bulls. Jump float is into the net.
Yeah, looks like we're going back to this. A little high motion, low motion. Man, the Bulls have got it all tonight. They got to help themselves out, though, and make them their serves.
Devin Bright steps back to serve to Treva Hoska. Goligly's swing is right into the belly of that block. That's Brooklyn Connor.
That was a great setup by Connor and Willer. I mean, all 4 hands you can see over the net. That is a sealed up block, nice and tight.
Bright's float serve to Treva Hoska. She'll get the set in the back row. Chips to Willer. Right in the middle of the defense, and that's swung on from the outside by Schlock. And that'll draw a timeout by the Bulls as they find themselves trailing here early by 6. 9-3 will step aside during the timeout. You're watching Bulls volleyball on ESPN Plus. Middle set for Goligly, and she's going to kill. The right side kind of came in front for the combo ball.
Yeah, I love a little trick play there. Where the blockers are like, oh, where's my girl going? Oh, where's she going? And it freezes up the blockers on the other side.
Willer from the right side, Cologne, the scoop in the 6, middle set, Okwara just get whisked away and it'll get around the block for the kill.
And Lee giving Okara just plenty of room to swing. That was a great set, just a little off the net, so she can do whatever she wants with it.
The pass is by Schlock. She'll spin one into the block, picked up on a cover. That's tight. And it looked like the Bulls touched it. And they'll draw it to within 3 here.
Yeah, there's some confusion on the floor here. Coach Golick says that the line judge said that there was a touch, but the referee said that there was no touch.
Well,
and
point of order here. The call is a touch because it wasn't touched by the Bulls. So they touched the ball and it landed out of bounds on the Chippewas side. And so I think what the call was touched by the line judge as opposed to touch on the block.
that's
Tomato.
right. Either way, the Chippewas got a little break and made Cologne think about that serve, and
That's veteran coaching by Coach Golick. Slows things down. Didn't have to spend a timeout.
nope.
A pass by Feudy in the 6 and outside. Trevor Hoska will spin it cross court for the kill.
You just saw Maidendorf just say, hey, my bad. Maidendorf didn't get that block on time, didn't press that left hand over to seal it up. And Trevor Hoska just snuck that past.
Feudy. The float serves to Bright in the 6. Ammeraal goes middle. Maidendorf will tip one over. Mandy Lee had to handle the first. Feudy is set outside. Trevor Hoska swing is long.
And it's ruled out of bounds. Point Central Michigan.
It's a tough swing. It's a tough swing. It's what you want. You want your best player to go hard and high, but it just missed the court.
Willer with the flow to Feudy. Set outside. Cross court swing. Dug.
Tight.
Pressed through by Goligly. And a net violation. That's called on Maidendorf. Looks like we're going to get a challenge here on the net violation that was called. As Maidendorf turned immediately to Coach Golick, indicating that she didn't touch the net on this ball. But
It kind of looks like she did.
the cameras don't tend to lie, and it certainly looks like there was contact. I may be mistaken.
Yeah, well, after she comes down, the net also moves, so you're kind of like, well,
I'm no official.
yeah, of course. Yeah, this is under official review, though, so the professionals are going to handle this. But again, it gives the Chippewas a break that they might need. Buffalo's building that momentum. Coach Golick is just, and we'll see here in a second what the officials say.
Yeah, it didn't look like Coach or down official Jet LaValle was looking at it. Took too much time with that one.
No, it looked like there was a definite touch on the net there. Net violation by Maidendorf.
But once again, Coach Golick finds a way to stall. The biggest thing here after a delay, the last one was a missed serve. So, and I think the coaching point here for Lopez is to get this one in.
Oh boy, that was close.
And
But she got an ace out
it's
of
an
it.
ace. Hey, that's the opposite of getting it in. But Lopez able to cause some problems. That looked like it was close in the corner, and Brandon just was unable to handle. And it was.
It's tough coming from the bench, Brandon getting served out right away. But what a serve by Lopez.
Ammeraal outside. Swung on by Schrock. That's Doug. And spun off the hands. Trevor Hoska.
Again, it looks like Maidendorf's having a hard time getting that left hand over. It just keeps on hitting her high and deflecting, which is really difficult to defend from behind there.
That's her 46th attack on the day. Ammeraal will tip over. Cologne with the pickup in the 6th. Abby Lee able to push it over the net and out of the reach of the sprawling
I believe it was in the second set. She tried to do that earlier, but was unsuccessful. So what a great smart shot from the veteran middle there.
And Gertiza almost got there. It looked like she got her hand, if you saw it in that replay, she got her hand right there, but it was the fingertips. You find fingertips and floor, that's floor.
Yeah.
Well, we have the timeout here as this one's knotted up at 11 apiece. We'll take a look at the upcoming schedule as Buffalo will face Eastern Michigan here in Alumni Arena tomorrow, October 6th. That's on ESPN+. They'll be at Toledo for 2 matches, October 13th and 14th. And then back here for matches against Akron on the 17th and Ball State on October 20th. We're in the middle of this MAC conference schedule. And the Bulls are hosting a pair of teams from the Great Lakes State. First Central Michigan here today, and they'll follow it up with Eastern Michigan tomorrow.
Yeah, it's a tough weekend for the Bulls, but they're certainly looking like a veteran squad here. Again, they have 9 seniors on their team, and that's just that's an experience that every squad would want to have.
Ammeraal will push that one outside for Schlock. Doug. Abby Lee again tried to find the 4. It's picked up by Gertiza and sent over on the free. Lopez the first. Bandy Lee set outside. Trebahovska short. Brandon the D. Another opportunity for the Bulls down the line by Abby Lee. Dug by Gertiza and tipped short. That's Lopez the D. Mandy Lee rather will roll one over. And an outside swing by Schlock. She puts it off the outside hand of the blocker for the kill.
It's nice to have a fresh arm out there with Schrock there. What an intense arm swing that she's got. Bringing some energy. I'd say that she definitely did her job coming off the bench.
Chippewa's up 1 here, mid-set number 4. Mandy Lee trying to push one through, but Maidendorf said not today.
No, Maidendorf really got there early and was strong. That's a great stuff by the Chippewas.
Gebhardt, low liner, Cologne the pass. Trebahovska slung right into the block.
Yeah, Ammeraal is all fired up. You'd love to see that. She is fired up. Their team's up by 3. Let's go, squad.
That floats to Fute. Trebahovska pulls the string. That's Doug. Sent over on the free. Lopez the first. Lee, slide ball. Abby Lee.
Lee to Lee. Love to see it. What a great swing. She only had 1 block up. That is a great set, great swing. Just keeping it simple there.
Trebahovska, the float serve, and that's going to cause some problems for Gebhardt.
I believe that's her 3rd ace of the night, and Buffalo's 6th. So again, Trebahovska's got half of the aces there for Buffalo.
And another ace as her serve will trickle over the tape and fall in front of Gebhardt.
Now it's tough as a serving line. Do you scoot up a little bit, or she might serve it a little deep? Oh.
Well, a 2-to-1 serving ratio is not bad as the float serve is into the net. You can take the good with the bad when the good outweighs the bad.
That is very true. That was a great run by Trebahovska.
Cologne with the pass. Set slide, that's Abby Lee, dug by Maidendorf. High off the hands by Olin, that's Trebahovska with a dig at the 6. Cologne will spin it off the hands of Ammeraal for the kill.
You know, Cologne's not getting super high off the ground right now, but she doesn't really need to. She's finding hands, she's finding placements, she's being smart with the ball, and that's all you really can ask for as an OH2.
Brandon with the pass, pushed through to Okawara with the touch. Lopez handles the second, swung into the block by Cologne. And that's the block of Brooklyn Connor.
Also Claire Ammeraal there.
Yeah, again, Brooklyn Connor coming into this fourth set. She's had some big plays. She's had a couple stuffs and a kill. She's doing exactly what Coach Golick wants.
Back one, Okwara. Again, her hitting window is huge. That one looked like it was kind of a little off the mark, but she's able to just kind of spin it off the hand out of bounds.
Yes, her vision at the net is fantastic. Just, I'd love to see more from her.
Gebhardt with the pass, the slide, and that's swung on hard by Connor. She'll find the 5-16 for the kill.
That's another reversing the flow as a setter. You're going one way, the blockers on the other team are kind of following you, and you just chuck it behind. She had a one-on-one opportunity and a tough swing. What a hard hit there by Connors.
Devin Bright subs in and serves. Trebahovska the pass. Mandy Lee sets her. Looked like it was a traffic jam, and she'll tip one over. Willer from the right side spun it off the blocker's hand out of bounds for the kill. That's going to quickly draw a challenge from Coach Smith. Didn't think that the blocker made contact with it. This might just be a situation, he didn't even ask whether or not his player had touched it. Might just be a way of slowing things down.
All right, we got an under official review here.
With the Chippewas, as it was inconclusive.
So the score will stay, and for those of you back home that are wondering what inconclusive means, you gotta have finite evidence of if the ball was either touched or not to overturn a call. And it just didn't look like she had enough. And she had enough evidence. So the call has to stay, and it is CMU leading 18-16 here in the fourth.
Bright will be the server after the slight delay for the challenge. Cologne will spin one high off the hands. Bright able to range. Touched on the block, picked up on a cover. We're going to set outside. Schrock cuts one short. Mandy Lee the dig. Cologne from the outside, swung on cross court, just inside the near sideline for the kill.
I think that's her swing, man. The set was a little bit inside, and she had to just go after it, and she put her whole body into that ball. That was a great swing.
The float serve to Schrock. Set right side, Willer, and that's a kill.
Great swing by Willer there. Again, Ammeraal finding her top hitter of the night. A strong swing by Willer.
Gertiza with the float serve to Futi. Trebahovska from the outside. What more can you say about her? She's just drilling it.
Yeah, just like Ammeraal was finding her top hitter, it looks like Lee's finding hers. Trebahovska with a power swing on the outside.
It'll be Futi, the float serve, the Gertiza. Willer returns one of her own, able to spin it off the hands out of bounds for the kill.
And props to Gertiza, she has been passing dimes tonight. Just, the Ammeraal has barely had to move when she's back there passing so well.
Cologne puts it on the money. Abby Lee will tip one short. Willer the scoop. Swung on, that's Futi in the 5 with the dig. Trebahovska with a nice razzle-dazzle there.
Sassy, I love that swing. Again, it's a tough ball. It's a little bit too far of a set, but veteran hitter, she makes it work, finds a way to get it over and on the ground.
Lopez, the float. Push to the floor, that's Schrock with the dig. And we'll have a center line violation. It's also off the scoreboard out of bounds. Either way, it's Bulls point.
There was a lot of things going on that you cannot do there.
As you saw there, Wright's foot wound up underneath the net. Ammeraal, the slide ball to Maidendorf, picked up. Cologne from the back row, and
What a
that's a
swing.
kill.
What a great placement. Controlled. Easy. Just. That is veteran volleyball. These girls have been together for a long time. Kind of a crazy ball. Coming from the back row. Cologne just placing it in a spot where she knows the Chippewas are going to have a hard time with. Very smart. Great ball.
Well, that'll draw a timeout here. The Bulls 21-20. Leading here late in set number 4. Dropped the first set. Central Michigan 25-22, but the Bulls won 25-23, 25-22, and they're leading here late in set number 4, 21-20. We'll take a look here at the Central Michigan upcoming schedule. They'll be at Akron next on October 6th. Follow that up with 2 back-to-back matchups against Western Michigan. That's October 12th and 13th. And then they'll find their home floor against Northern Illinois for 2 as well, October 20th and 21st. In the heart of this MAC schedule, Juliana Lopez will step back. A float serve, and that's long. Kristen's face said it all.
You really hate to see it.
She couldn't even look at the floor.
No. Oh, man, my heart. My heart for Coach Smith. You know, it's a break for your team. You come out of the timeout. You've got the ball. You've got the momentum. And it's a tie ball game now.
Gebhardt will step back and serve.
We got 2 front row setters here, both teams.
And that's an ace as Gebhardt.
So everybody's stacked on that side. What a smart placement of this serve for Gebhardt. You got people running across. You got Trabahaska maybe passing, maybe not. Cologne just gets mixed up, and that's a tough ball to pass.
Another deep serve, this time to Feudy. She'll find Trabahaska, who had to go to the left. Slide ball, and that's put to the floor, Maidendorf. And that's going to draw a timeout from the Bulls as they now find themselves trailing by 2 here, 23-20.
And hey, they had the lead. The Bulls had the lead. They had the ball, and it's all started with a missed serve.
Comes right back to the serve. That's coming full circle here as the
That's
Bulls.
been the theme of the night for me.
Yeah, they really struggled from the service strike early, and then now late here, we're late in set number 4 when you need it the most, and we're missing serves.
I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a sister-sister combo here for the Bulls if they get a pass. We'll see what Gebhardt does after a timeout. We need the ball in. I'm sure she's not going to go 100% of her toughest serve. She'll place it where she wants to place it. And if it's a good pass from the Bulls, I wouldn't be surprised. Mandy Lee's got 2 of her best hitters right now in the front row.
The float to Feudy causes a problem. And we get a free ball to the Chippewas. That's Maidendorf. Punched over, and this time she'll get another opportunity and send it to the floor.
You don't see back-to-back pancakes like ever. What an incredible up, another incredible up, and it went over. And honestly, Maidendorf mishit it, but it still worked.
That's tight. as Mandy Lee will find Trebahovska up the block, picked up. Olin from the outside, and that's just inside the end line for the kill. And that's going to close it here at 7-4 as the Chippewas will take it 25-21. They'll knock this up in 2 sets apiece. We'll step aside watching Bulls volleyball on ESPN+.
They are human. They're allowed to make mistakes, but that is not what Coach Smith wants to hear right now.
No, certainly not. As the Bulls, coming into this one, and they're 13-3 on the season. They had the 3-1 start in MAC conference play. And we're hoping to extend this one to 4-1, possibly in 3 sets. That's not going to happen, and the reason it's not going to happen is because Central Michigan came into play today.
Oh man, they did. They've got the energy. I love, I keep saying how I'm a big fan of Ammeraal, the center for the Chippewas right now. She is firing up her squad and is proving herself, even though she's young, to be a true leader for the CMU team.
So Gebhardt will start us off. She caused some problems late in that set on the service, and that's Trebahovska spinning it high off the hands for the kill.
Great high swing. The block was a little late. And Trebahovska knows that.
It'll be Futi the serve for the Bulls to Gebhardt. Ammeraal sets the slide, and Maidendorf with an exclamation point.
What an incredible swing. Again, Ammeraal with the reversing the flow, which caused Lee to be late for the block, and Maidendorf just found that hole. Great slide swing.
After the kill, she's a server. Gallagly from the right side splits 2 Chippewas defenders in Gebhardt and Maidendorf.
That was a great high swing. Just got the tops of the fingers of Olin there. Great placement.
Juliana Lopez floats deep. Too deep.
Just a bit too deep. They gotta get this together. This is short set, guys. Only to 15. I love that they're going after it, and it's a tough serve, but you gotta reel that in.
Mandy Lee will set outside. Trebahovska, right when they needed her most, she's able to get the kill cross court.
Kill number 26 of the night. The Chippewas haven't really had a response to Trebahovska tonight.
She'll be the server. Float. And it's just rolled over from the outside. Nolan. Abby Lee tips into the block. Press back. Sent over. And Olin will roll one to Lopez deep. Cologne from the outside. And that's Willer.
Again, she's having herself a night, leading the kills for the Chippewas tonight. That's her 16th kill, hitting 483. Number 19, she is going off.
Bright. The floats to Lopez. As Mandy Lee sets the slide to Abby Lee. Urtiza with the pickup. The crowd wanted a double. That's going to spin through the hands on the block. Picked up. Cologne. Deep to Bright with a dig. Willer will tip one short. Futi able to get there, but that's going to fall. She didn't pop it up high enough.
I think everybody in this gym was hoping for a double contact call, but officials letting them play, and it looks like the freshman Brazilian Forlan's coming back. See if she can contribute.
Bright with the float serve right at Forlan. And that's going to fall as they target her right away. Looks like they'll pull her out of the service rotation. Bright this time will float into the net. She's still targeted for them there.
Yeah. All right, it looks like this is one of the Bulls' best lineups right here. You got Okara back in. A tough server by Abby Lee. There it is.
Yeah, Abby Lee. The line drive. That's not going to be handled well by Bright. Looks like it dropped off the table right as it got to her.
Ooh, that's a tough ball to pass.
Right side swing by Willer, and that's going to fall. Abby Lee got the initial contact, but just didn't pop it up high enough. It'll be Gertiza stepping back to serve for the Chippewas. They lead by 1 here, 6-5. Set number 5. Mandy Lee, back row, Trevor Hofska.
What a connection that those two girls have. That ball is perfectly set. Trevor Hofska jumps from just beyond the 10-foot line and way into the Bull centerpiece of this gym. Great ball by her.
Swing on cross court. That's Willer returning the favor.
Willer going back to serve. We got Ammeraal, the setter, front row now. So you take one weapon off and you get a front row setter.
Willer, the floats to Feudy in the 6. That's Forland from the right side. The freshman stepping up to the plate.
I like the risk that Mandy Lee just took of throwing it behind her. She didn't have a full block set up there, so Forland had a great cross-court swing.
Cologne will return and serve to Brandon. Set slide. Maidendorp on the slide. The set was a little low. And Okawara through the middle. She'll get the kill.
That's her 11th kill of the night.
We're switching sides. Across to a break here. We'll step this. Welcome back here to Alumni Arena at the switch in set 5. The Bulls lead 8-7. And this has been an impressive showing by both teams.
Yeah, we've got, it's becoming a big blocking matchup. People are getting a little tired. CMU's got 14 to Buffalo's 10 blocks in the evening. And it's been fun to watch.
Yeah, the Bulls, the 238 hitting percentage in total, but both teams hitting over 500 here in set number 5, and Maidendorp will contribute to that with a slide putting off the outside hand of Trebohovska.
Trebohovska had it. She just didn't turn those hands in. That was close. Great swing by Maidendorp.
You saw her kind of turn. She was following the hitter on the way by and just pressed the wrong direction. Gebhardt to serve. Middle set. Okwara.
I mean, tough situations. You gotta go to your go-to player right now. And that swing is not gonna get defended. I'm just saying. She finds the court every time. Courtney Okara with 13 kills on the night, hitting .667.
And that's Maidendorp putting it once again off the hands of Trebohovska.
Yeah, Trebohovska's got to shake that off because she's probably going to get served here in a little bit.
Mandy Lee will go wide ball to Abby Lee for the kill.
I love that she's going back to that position. Back to the position. Shout out to the camera guy getting out of the way. What a great swing by Lee.
Bulls up 1, 10-9. It's Lopez with the float. Gebhardt, the pass. Olin is swinging the outside.
Solo block.
Right into the blocker's hand.
And that is a block that gets your squad fired up.
That's Mandy Lee, the setter. The float. Gartiza the pass. Olin from the outside, dug by Feudy. Set outside, Trebahovska. Gebhardt the dig in the 6. Ammeraal outside Olin, dug by Feudy. Trebahovska trying to find the line, and it's wide.
Hey, these girls are taking big swings. I mean, we're only 11-10. Bulls are up by 1. This is what you want. Digging deep, your squad figuring it out and doing tough things at hard times.
The floats to Feudy. Mandy Lee goes to Abby behind, dug by Ammeraal. Willer for the right side. This time, Trebahovska's there for the block.
That's a big point. That is a big point for the Bulls. Especially with Trebahovska going back to serve. Again, she's got half the Bulls aces right now. And that's a great ball.
That's a nice dig there by Lopez off the tip by Olin. She'll get another opportunity, and Lopez again with the save. Trebahovska, hard-driven ball to Ammeraal, just rolled over by Willer. Mandy Lee outside. Forland gets the kill.
The freshman coming in after not playing the second and third set. Coming into this 5th set and really producing points, exactly what you want. And to get this experience as a freshman playing in the 5th set, it's a tough game. I bet Coach Smith is so pleased about how she's performing this late in the game.
Yeah, Forland on the day. I mean, she had a slow start to the day, but she's got 6 kills, only 3 errors on 15 total attempts. She started largely in the negative, but she's up to 200 hitting, and in large part because she's coming in hot here in set number 5.
Yeah, and props to Mandy Lee about she's given her chances. She says, hey, I trust you. You're going to find the court. Here's the ball. And that trust that you can have in a senior veteran setter, that's unbelievable. And
it'll be Trebahovska back to serve for the Bulls. 13-10 coming out of the timeout. The float. It's to Olin. She'll get the set on the right side. Tip down the line. Feudy the dig. Back row swing. Trebahovska over the net. And Abby Lee will terminate.
big time swing. And we got a set and game point right now for the Bulls. Everybody's up on their feet with their Bulls up.
Who better to be at the strike than Trebahovska? And this time it's long, giving life to the Chippewas.
Still got set and game point here. With Trebahovska maybe hitting out of the back row. Got Abby Lee and Manuela Forland as your front row hitters.
Bright with the float serve to Lopez. Still match point here for the Bulls. Forland with the swing. That's off the block. And that'll do it here in Alumni Arena as the Bulls will take set number 5, 15-11. And they'll take the match 3 sets to 2. The Bulls will advance to 4-1 on the season in conference play and 14-3 overall.